up, Woodward. We are starting off your day with a brand new crew. Meet Broder.
I can't control my arms sometimes. My limbs are just kind of flying.
Detroit Kool-Aid.
Fired up!
Y'all got Kool-Aid
I'm
hot.
fired up! But with the Wake Up Woodward crew, he's actually a part of the family.
Flannel Sam.
Ask me about my wiener. Okay.
Along with JB and KG. Wake Up Woodward gets you all of your Detroit sports talk. Every morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Live on Woodward Sports. A show for Detroit, by Detroit, with people from Detroit. Tell Siri to set an alarm. Because it's time to Wake Up Woodward.
You know what? You can't rain or snow on our parade.
You can't.
Battery dead.
They tried.
$60 Uber, bro.
$60?
$60, dog.
That's
Couldn't
tough.
even give you a discount?
Four
That's tough.
accidents we saw on the way, but it's Michigan, man. It is what it is. But
Man.
this is what we do.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
We lay our life on the line for y'all.
Shout out to the Shaquille Oatmeal too, man. He hit up. He was worried. He was concerned. He was
Yeah.
like, "What's up, bro?" And I was like, "Man, I'm gonna be humble this morning. I'm just gonna be straight up and vulnerable with you." And I just explained it to him. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, big shout
out to
out,
the
man.
chat
We
family for
appreciate that.
staying patient and honestly caring. Hey, I'm telling you. Golly, I'm looking out here at Woodward Avenue right now. It's still legendary, but Michigan. Get the salt trucks out there a little bit earlier.
Bro.
Just wake up, Woodward, man.
It's so funny. I'm riding in, coming down Woodward, right? I'm right next to the salt truck the whole time. I'm like, this is not helpful at all, but it is what it is, man. 696 was a mess getting here. Everybody, please stay safe. If you're out there commuting to work, please be safe, man.
Please be safe. Please be safe. Please be safe, man. But you know what, chat family, as always, you all are the most important part of this thing. We got business to handle now. We got
do.
here. That's
We do.
what matters. We're here. No excuses. Adversity, hey, it's what we made for. Just like these Detroit
Come on,
Lions. And honestly, the Detroit Pistons as well. They got a big game tonight. If they win, they are in the 6th seed.
That sounds so
Playoff
good.
spot, man.
That sounds so good.
Woo! It's your boy Brandon, aka Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Pistons reporter and writer for the network. KG, Detroit's #1 draft pick, rookie of the year already in the case. He's going for MVP this year. Black Hollywood, what up, though?
Hey, man, feeling good. We made it in, so that's the important part. Sorry to keep y'all waiting, but we got a show for you, man.
We
We
do.
got to preview this Lions Commanders game. Gonna talk a little Pistons today. I got a Would You Rather cooked up for us. So a Lions playoff edition, Would You Rather. So
I can't wait for this because I love the segments that we run here. And, you know, just to tell the people what we are discussing today before we get into this clip of J.B. Bickerstaff talking about Dan Campbell. Remember,
Yeah.
we talked about how this Lions team, they set everything off, not just here in Detroit, but even when you look at this Commanders team, we know that this squad was taking notes from what these Detroit Lions are doing, and they decided to copy a little bit of this Lions way, from front office to offensive execution to even what they do on 4th downs.
Yeah.
And it's worked for them, man. It's worked for them. But we also have on the docket today a pretty interesting thing, because obviously tomorrow we're going to break down the game, Lions offense, Lions defense, and vice versa, and our MVPs. But today, chat family, I'm going to need your help with something. Hey, we're going to talk about the Washington Commanders defense, because
Okay.
Ben Johnson had some nice things to say about it, even though all week we have not. And even though the stats, they don't either. They don't say that the Commanders defense is pretty good. But we do got to talk about the Commanders aggressiveness, and I'm going to also talk about Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Jamison Williams.
okay.
I believe that they're the best wide receiver duo left in the playoffs.
I mean, it's hard to argue that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, we got to put it out there because I don't know if the Commanders fans know that. I'm sure as much as the Commanders themselves are practicing, like they're doing everything. They're turning up all the tricks, pulling out all the stops. They even got like crowd music and such, trying to like act like it's Ford Field at their practice environment. I'm like, but I can still like hear y'all like chattering and stuff that you have no idea. We keep telling them.
This is real life.
There's no amount of like crowd noise you're gonna be able to pipe in that's going to actually like be as impactful and as powerful as One Pride, who's been waiting for this literally for lifetimes.
Yeah, bring your earplugs.
Like bro, I'm cheering for me and my grandpa, R.I.P.
Right.
Like I don't think y'all understand. Sheesh.
Bring your earplugs, man.
Yeah, and then we got to talk about our X factors. Tomorrow I want our MVPs, but today I want to know who or what is your X factor for this Lions and Commanders game. And chat family, if you guys want to get started with that early, you can continue to drop that in the chat because that is the question of the day. Who or what is your X factor for this game? Not your MVP. And if it's someone like a Jared Goff, it has to be a particular reason why. Like, I believe Jared Goff playing a clean game is going to be the X factor for this.
I mean, that's pretty basic standard. If Jared Goff plays clean football, then most of the time it's a Lions dub.
Yeah, and that's why I went with the most basic, easy answer. I want to see some interesting ones today. But you know what? Let's get into the scene. Shout out to our brother Flannel Sam Reynolds. We love you, man. A couple days left, and then Flannel Sam is back in action.
Shout out.
To celebrate a Lions dub. That dude, Justin, Matthew Broder, love y'all. In the booth, we got Kavasier Chase in the building. What up, though, brother?
Hey, what up? Good morning, everybody. How's it going? It's cold out there. Obviously, there's a lot of snow, but if we get $50 in Super Chats, I will just drop whatever I'm doing. I'll put the headphones down. JB will send me a VMix link, and I'm going to go run around the block. It's probably about a quarter mile in the snow. I'm wearing all my gear, so I think it's set up to where it's like, if it's a $50 donation, JB, I don't know if we want to fix it.
I don't know. I'm trying to fix that.
But
right
yeah,
now.
for every collective $50, I'll drop what I'm doing and go run a lap for you guys.
You out your effing mind.
Dude,
But
you guys got to tap into the heavyweights later.
Yeesh.
The heavyweights are doing some crazy stuff later.
They put themselves.
Because I was on there. I was doing sound, filling in. Everybody, please get better. Seriously,
Yes.
Aside from driving safe, if you are sick, everybody out there, just please get better. But Nick, he wound up getting sick, and I know we were like, bro, just rest up because we need him this weekend. The tailgate always wins. He's about to get some of the greatest content in Detroit Lions fan interaction history. But on that show, Easy was like, all right, look, if we get to a certain amount of super chats, then I will effectively denounce Jordan Love.
Really?
And then people are like, what? You need to do that already.
Right.
So now that I'm hearing that they're ramping it up a little bit, now I'm scared, bro. Because the heavies they get down.
Anson started all this, bro. He created a bidding war on Ermanni and Edwards. Now we're buying things now and incentivizing the audience. Nah, I'm joking, but we want to give y'all the best show possible. And if y'all want to contribute to us, that's the least we can do is just drop what we doing and then run around the block in the middle of fucking Michigan winter.
Hey, let's rock. Well, you know what, man? Hey, I like that. BD3 Thought Criminal said chasing money with the $5 super chat. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Hey, and I see Dante151. This is going to be a pretty good transition. He says, thank goodness the Detroit Pistons are playing better than the Brooklyn Nets because, oh boy, the Nets are playing like last year's Pistons. A 126-67 loss to the Clippers, a 59-point loss. That's
Sheesh.
bad.
That's more than bad.
But let's hear from JB Bickerstaff as it relates to Dan Campbell.
Have you had any thoughts of Dan Campbell coming in there and just turning you guys up for a game? Because every time I listen to this dude talk, I'm ready to play. And it takes a lot to get me ready to.
Well, at your age, I'm sure it does. But no, he is. I reached out to him when we first moved here. We went over to watch some of their training camp stuff. But, I really would, obviously want to let him have his time and focus on what he needs to focus on because, they got an opportunity, here to win a Super Bowl, win a championship. So, when their season is over, we definitely will get together, have him over here, have him talk to the guys, see if he can give us a little bit of that spark too.
Man, I love how humble JB Bickerstaff is. As a leader, when you know what? My job is to make sure that these guys learn, develop, and are in their best position to succeed. And when you don't have any ego, when you're like, yeah, man, come over here and talk to my guys, that's what I love about JB Bickerstaff, man. This guy just wants to win. He just wants to win. Yeah. We've heard people talk about in the past, like, well, his late game this, well, in the playoffs, he's this. You know what? All I've seen him do really is just improve.
Yeah.
That's it. And he's a coach's coach. To hear stuff like this, it gets me fired up because all the things that we speculate about when we hear like the cold words from like JB Bickerstaff even talking about grit and things of that nature, we go and we do make the stretches of, hey, look how the Lions are influencing things here with the renaissance of all of our teams. And then you hear JB Bickerstaff straight up like, yeah, I talked to him when he first got here. Mm-hmm. I invited him out. I went to camp and saw how things were done. And I love the fact that that's the fabric because all these teams say that they're trying to, get it out the mud. They're trying to have the identity of the city. And if the Lions have best emblemized that, and if you're JB Bickerstaff coming here first, I love the fact that he's a student of the game and trying to be a student of what it means to win here in Detroit.
I mean, it's just smart to do that. And you use the word influence, and that's a big key to what we're talking about here. You want to have, that kind of influence when you're kind of in similar fields. You're not in the same exact field, of course, but you guys are in similar positions, man. You coming into similar situations. When Dan Campbell came into the Lions, it was a dumpster fire. It was a mess. One of the worst sports franchises in the history of damn near all of sports, man. And he came into this thing, and in 3 to 4 short years, he was able to turn this thing around. But it's because they instilled a culture in that building to where they knew anybody coming in here, you got to adapt to the Detroit Lions way of doing things. We're not trying to do what other teams are doing. We're not doing that Patriot way bullshit. You know, we're not trying to emulate. We're trying to create our own formula right here in our building. And to have somebody right next door to you that's accomplishing that, and you seeing it on a championship level, hell yeah, I want some of that mojo in my locker room. I mean, it's only smart. It's only smart.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it. We got, like I said, this elite booth, and I got some guys who Chase has really got me fired up in recent weeks, man, especially in recent days. And that's why I got to talk to you, because Dan Campbell and JB Bickerstaff, these coaches are starting to seem like, you know what, two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
And obviously JB Bickerstaff has to continue this trend. He has to win. He has to get them to the playoffs. He has to get the Pistons with expectations of being a championship caliber team. But I'm fired up about these guys right now, man.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. They don't bullshit anybody. They just cut straight to it. The point, you know, like they're here to win. They're not here to. They're looking for effort out of everybody who's going to be part of this team. They're looking for guys who are going to be part of the culture. I think what has allowed them to be so successful and so endearing to all of their players, for both JB Bickerstaff and Dan Campbell, is that authenticity, and that they just show it. They come in, they tell you exactly what they're expecting, exactly what they want out of their team that they're going to be coaching. And I think you're seeing a lot of the same thing out of Todd McCullough too, out of the Red Wings.
Talk about it, man.
So I mean, that's why I think it's just kind of Dan Campbell's been leading the charge, I'd say, with the Lions, kind of leading the Detroit turnaround. But we've kind of seen other teams follow suit and find guys who are just going to come in here and they're not going to bullshit anybody. You're here they're here to win. They're here to do things the right way, and sometimes that means telling people hard truths that they're not going to like hearing. But sometimes you're not going to like what you got to hear.
Because you know what, with JB Bickerstaff, there was a couple games where we saw Jalen Duren get yanked.
Oh yeah,
and sit a while, and it was just like, and now you see him going out there and mashing on everybody's head. He's dunking everything. I think he's 4th in the NBA in dunks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's different for him, because that's what I've been asking. I'm like, can we get Rasheed Wallace back in here? Mm-hmm. Because Andre Drummond became a dunk fest that one season that Rasheed was the coach. That was his only job. They said was just bring out the aggressiveness of Drummond. Then when Rasheed left, you saw a little bit of that regression from his aggression. With Jalen Duren, I don't know what they're doing, but JB Bickerstaff and co are getting under his skin and are finding ways to be able to motivate him to higher levels, because the athleticism is there. I'm starting to see that a little bit of the instinct is there. I don't know what's flipped. I don't know what's switched. But he's looking like in better position. And I do have to attribute that to JB Bickerstaff and his staff, as well as the work that these young players are putting in. I believe that having the right staff in place, it not only motivates and puts people in their best position, but I think it motivates people to work harder, to get better. You know now that you have a chance looking ahead. You now have a guide. You now have a leader. You now have a voice that's going to direct you. And when I think back to Monty Williams is when I'm just like, man, they were really rudderless. We couldn't even get the right answers in the press conferences. It was always the same answer. Oh, yeah, you know what? I got to do better. I got to put my team in a better position to win. But this year, JB Bickerstaff is coming in, and he's like, no, these guys did this. I need to do this. And that's how the press conferences are going. And then when we're just talking, it's different. He's warm. He's like, hey, how you guys doing? Stuff like that, fist bumps and things. It's just different, man. And it feels like that Dan Campbell energy.
And the messenger is important. When you kind of got that sense that, okay, I know this guy is not BSing me. I know this guy is not telling me this, trying to shame me, not trying to put me down. He wants me to be better. That's when players actually connect to you. You talked about Monty last year, and what did we talk about? The Jaden Ivey situation. Yep. It made no sense. He didn't really explain it to the media. He didn't really explain it to Jaden Ivey. But for some reason, you were putting this kid on the bench when everybody with eyes can see that he's the more talented player over a Killian Hayes. But But for some odd reason, you are keeping this kid on the bench, you're stunning his growth, and you're not really giving explanations as to why. And when you got somebody like that in your locker room, it's hard to vibe with a guy like that, as opposed to a JB Bickerstaff where it's not coming out of malice, it's not coming out of disrespect. When I check you, it means I want you to be better. I'm trying to make you be better, man. And I think they are starting to take that message in. When you look at a young guy like Jalen Duren, he needs that kind of tough love. But, you know, it's all in the process of development. It's not from a place of, oh, I just think you're garbage and you'll never be this, or if you don't perform, I'm going to bench you instantly. It's kind of, it's trying to work with people. And that's what we need to do just on a life level. We need to learn how to, like, work with people a lot more. And I like that skill about JB Bickerstaff because it's working and you start to get through to your young talent.
You know what? And Weezy D313 said, Monty pulled starters and put bad lineups in when the game got competitive and complete malpractice. Remember last year, the malpractice of the all-bench lineups, and they just didn't work? We're like, what are you doing? Don't do that anymore. Why is JB Bickerstaff having success with all-bench lineups with the same freaking players? And Malik Beasley. I got to throw that in there, too. Malik Beasley is really, he's hot. Maybe that's the difference.
That boy hot.
But no, I mean, you look at the young players like even a Sasser, who just got the belt in the last game from Tim Hardaway, and it's because of the responses these guys are making. I've been telling y'all for a couple years, he's a combo guard. It's going to be tough to see him really make that leap. But we see Sasser actually looking like maybe he can be a little bit more than just combo guard with the right grouping. And the reason why we started there, it was interesting because we're talking about the Lions a lot today. Obviously, Thursday and Friday, heavy Lions playoff days. But we start there because I do believe people are underestimating this coaching staff. All of the noise that I hear, people are underestimating. When you got a coach like JB Bickerstaff who he doesn't have to come in and really bow down to anybody.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's had his own successes. He's flipped teams just the same way we see what the Lions are going through. He flipped that Cavs team. We look at him as the best team in the league right now a year after he's gone. But he was the one that took them from nothing to playoffs to where they are right now and dealt with a lot of different egos. And so you see him coming here and saying, you know what, let me check out what's going on here with these Lions because they're next level special. And to know that this coaching staff is not just having the success that they're having with their own team, but you're seeing them be the blueprint for success in the NFL and other leagues as well. That's what motivated me to say, you know what, Pistons got a big game tonight. Lions, they obviously ruled this weekend when you talk about January and the D. And it's awesome to see all of the teams starting to really percolate. The two we were waiting for in the Red Wings and in the Pistons, they're starting to have an uptick because of coaching changes.
Yep.
Not even largely like swaths of change with the talent. You telling me really one consistent bench player? There's not much here. So, yeah, I like that. And when you look at the Lions, they've lost a lot. And people continue to say they don't have much there.
Right.
But this coaching staff continues to find a way, and these players continue to find ways to step up. So we got to get into it because this next segment, I want to talk about the Washington Commanders' defense. Ben Johnson had some nice things to say about it, and I want to see if you guys agree. I want to see if you guys think he's just trying to avoid bulletin board material or if he's telling the truth.
Okay.
That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to come up with a new segment. We're going to have to come up with one, like truth or something. Like, because I think he's just trying to avoid bulletin board material. The stats say what they say.
Yeah, we can judge it.
But we'll work it out, man. We'll work it out. Tell us about Planet Fitness.
Speaking of working it out.
Hey, working it out, man. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. And on a day like this, man, it's probably good to be locked into the gym for a couple hours, man. You want to stay off these roads right now. Why not work on your body at Planet Fitness? $15 a month is all it takes to get to 50-plus Metro Detroit locations and thousands around the world. Get that black card so you can get that massage, that tanning bed, and feel real good going into 2025. But it's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Pistons for the 6th seed tonight. Let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and Lions coverage. Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
You know I got to do a read after this, man. Why you got to say? Jeez. Anyway, look, head over to WoodwardSports.com. Click on that shop. We are dropping new designs every single week for you. We got the 2024 NFC Champions BTA shirts for you. You also got the Grit Detroit football, and you can't forget about the Civilian 16 as well, too. Saturday is coming up soon. Go over to WoodwardSports.com. Get your merch. Deck out Ford Field with nothing but Woodward Sports merchandise right now.
And Woodward in Maine is the best way to start your Lions playoff morning, man. You got the legend Terry Foster. You got your boy Matthew Broder, formerly of the WUW Crew. We miss you, man. And you take that and you parlay that into the most insufferable tone for 2 hours that you're ever going to hear. Yeah! Listen, though. But they got all the Lions inside information that you need. Of course, that is Neil Rule and Sean Baligian with the New Holland Brewing Company pregame playoff edition show, man, and it's going down at Second Best Bar. Make sure y'all tapped in on Detroit's #1 sports network. That is Woodward Sports.
Fuel your Lions fandom with the perfect cup and become a subscriber of Sabbath Coffee Roasters. You know what? Them Pistons, they definitely been subscribers this year, and look at them. 6th seed on the way. Whether you're gearing up for a big game, savoring a quiet morning, or kicking off the day with the WUW Crew via Woodward Sports, Sabbath Coffee Roasters has you covered with fresh, soakly roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Head to www.sabbathcoffeeroasters.com. Use code Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Awaken and wine. Support local and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
We back.
And what up, though, people? And listen, chat family, I wanted to say this before. If you guys take advantage of any of these things, like even Caesars on the back wall, if you're a subscriber to Sabbath Coffee Roasters, if you go to one of these car companies, if you go to just Soroki's for lunch, let us know. We'll find ways to every now and then make sure somebody gets taken care of with some merch, giveaways, or even more Soroki's gift cards. Let us know. Hit us up, pictures, whatever you got to do. Let us know because the sponsors, they help us out a lot. And I know this, Soroki's is good. It's not me even telling them to go support the sponsors. Go help yourself. Help yourself. But welcome back to this Wake Up Woodward. It's cool to see people positive about the Pistons in the chat. It really is, because it's about winning. We know what this team does. Cade said it too. We got to win, and we know that the people will be there. Yeah. Just like we see with these Detroit Lions. Man, I saw somebody in chat from the Commanders fan. He was like, y'all used to wear paper bags in your head. And it's just like, what are we doing now? Yeah, because I know this. It's going to be over 60,000 on your head come this Saturday. Yeah, ain't no paper bags in the building this time around. I promise you that. You got to come here. Shout out Dante151 with the 199 super chat. Big shout out. This goal is going to be much easier to meet. It is. And let's get those likes up. They're already running it up, man. Yeah. Let's see if we can reach the first like goal before 9. Hey, real quick, shout out Easy. We do always bump each other at this Soroki's up here, man, on Woodward. For some reason. Every time, it's been at least 2 or 3 times where I bumped into him at the Soroki's, man. So shout out to Easy, bro. Hey, shout out to Easy. And I love Steve-O, baby. Kool-Aid, I don't care what Pistons haters say. I am all in. Buy in. And who else you should be all in on? The Detroit Lions. But people are saying that we aren't necessarily being fair to this thing, and it's been a week of covering, are we underestimating, and are they underestimating? I thought we was disrespecting. Hey, you know what? That's where it's been at. I try to say underestimating because it's not disrespect. I feel like the disrespect comes from when you don't take a team who followed up the great year they had last year by a better year this year with a more difficult schedule, with all the injuries they face, and they showed you exactly who they are. Everyone was trying to leave them for dead against the Vikings. Do you know how weird and eerie it was leading up to that game to just kind of see the narrative just shift and change, even though we, like Rod said, we have seen our team. We understand our makeup. We know that when logic goes out the window, this team has something else that other teams can't really call on. That's what we know up close and personal, to the point that we were down to the Texans. Who was worried? I walked in and saw y'all. Look, in the course of the game, we're going to have our emotions. But when I dapped you up, you was like, man, we all right. We going to be straight. Stick was just sitting there like, I'm like, bro, what did you have? What did you take a hit of? But that's how people were. Everybody was like, this is our squad. And so I'm trying to make sure the Commanders fans know what the deal is. But so we can be fair, I also want to make sure that we are paying the right attention to them. So if there's something we miss, we'll miss it. And who better than Ben Johnson to hear from about the Commanders' defense? You got that video, JB Smooth?
Yep.
Let's hear from Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Hard to say how much they've changed from a year ago because we didn't play them last year, but this is exactly what Dan Quinn does everywhere he goes. You know, Atlanta, Dallas, and now to Washington. This is a defense that what stands out when you turn it on the tape, they all pursue, they all tackle, they rally around the ball carrier. They play balls to the wall every single snap, and that's really the first thing that you see. And so talent-wise, they got guys all across the board. A lot's been said about the defensive tackles. I'd say their edge players are equally as disruptive here this year. I got a lot of respect for what Fowler's been putting on tape. The two linebackers are flying around, and they're very challenging to pick up in pass pro. And then on the back end, they're competing. They are competing, and today's third down day, you see a lot of man coverage coming up and challenging, much like what we saw from our own defense in training camp. So a lot of respect for this crew, and it's going to take our best stuff here Saturday night.
Is that truth, or is it anti-bulletin board material?
I think it's a little bit of truth in there.
Okay,
because,
break it down for me.
Because you got to show respect to what the Commanders really have going on their defense. I mean, I can go down the names. They got a lot of names, and it's one of those situations where, you know, they don't necessarily perform up to the talent that they have. You're looking at the list here. Dorrance Armstrong on the defensive line. Jershawn Newton, you remember that name, don't you?
We covered it well.
Yeah, we did. Jonathan Allen, of course, been a stout D-tackle for them for quite a while. Deron Payne, he's listed as questionable on here. Don't know if he's going to play, but Deron Payne is absolutely a menace in the middle. You look at their linebacking core, Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner. And while Bobby Wagner is a little long in the tooth, he's getting up there in age, he's still a productive linebacker in this league, and a Super Bowl winning linebacker at that. Frankie Louvu, really good. Dante Fowler Jr., another decent linebacker. And then you look at the secondary. They got Jeremy Chin, they got Marshawn Lattimore, and Mikey Sandersteele. Shout out Michigan. So,
pulling out my heart. You talking about Captain Supremo.
Yeah, so while we are looking at a nice number of young players, they have a decent amount of really good vets on this team. And I've read the stat before. Their pass defense actually isn't that bad. They're one of the upper tier pass defenses in the NFL in terms of what happened in the regular season, but their rush defense numbers have really, really, really been poor. So, and you also look at kind of what the Bucs were able to do to them as well, running the ball against them, putting up 4.9 per carry. So I think that while this defense does have talent, they're very vulnerable, especially when you're talking about a Lions offense that just has so much to account for, man. So I don't think we're being disrespectful in any way by saying the Lions are just better.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the way that you kind of broke that down, because there are things to pay attention to. They are a playoff team that over-exceeded everybody's expectation, even Commanders fans. That's why they're saying, hey, bro, we weren't supposed to be here. We're playing with house money. And they did it because of shrewd moves, both in free agency as well as who they were going to pick up and who they retained. Yeah. That was an entire process that they got done in one offseason, and now it's paid these types of dividends. And when I look at this game, though, I look at them similar to like the Houston Texans of last year. You can see that there's some promise there. But when you get into these playoffs, there's something a little bit different. The screws start to tighten just a little bit more. Yeah. And you have to be able to withstand that type of pressure, which the Detroit Lions have already been born in. Playing with house money could also mean, that doesn't mean that you just have, free money to play with. Bro, you can still lose it all. You can still walk off that cliff and not know that there's a cliff there. And that's the thing. What exactly are they running into? And this is where I believe when you see some of the numbers in Vegas start to trend towards a blowout, that's why I believe right out the gate, I believe they're telling us that the Lions are going to run roughshod over the Commanders' defense. Even if they eventually catch up, this is a matchup where, okay, if you're the Commanders, you're sitting back and you're scheming up for what? What are you scheming for? To stop trick plays or to stop their normal offense? Or a little bit of both. Because what we know is this. What we know is this. Ben Johnson has plays on plays on plays on plays on plays. And he does the plays to attack their weaknesses, which they have a lot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So even though they have the names, I'm just sitting there like, you know what? I don't want to disrespect their defense. They are 13th in the NFL for total defense.
Yep.
But they've struggled with run defense. They've struggled with tackling. They've struggled with pass rushing and coverage. This just sounds like a field day for Jared Goff.
Yeah. And when we look at just what the Commanders have done all season long, and I hate to be the schedule guy and the schedule merchant guy, but they've only faced 3 real winning teams and been able to come out on the other side of that. Most of their victories this year came from lesser teams. So when you're coming into a team like this, I don't think they felt the kind of physicality that the Lions are going to bring, especially from a trenches standpoint. This Lions offensive line, they are absolute maulers up front, not just in terms of run blocking either. In the pass pro, you got to bring your lunch pail, and they have good edge rushers on that side, but when you're going against a Lions offensive line like this, I mean, Taylor Decker, he needs to play better. There is somebody that we saw, have some struggles in recent weeks, but overall, he's a veteran that you can count on. You got Penei Sewell on that other side. So it's going to be hard, man. Kevin Zeitler, he has a decent chance to play from what we've been hearing. Yeah. So if you're able to get a Kevin Zeitler back, and even if you're not, they have suitable backups, but if you're able to get that back as well, they haven't faced an offensive line like that, and they're going to have a long day at the office trying to get to Jared Goff.
You know who I really like? Whose future I really like?
Who?
Christian Mahogany.
Yeah.
I really do.
But this is why they took him, and even as a 6th-round pick, he kind of had some fanfare about him. But this is the reasons why, man. They seem to have put him in the lab, and they've gotten his footwork together, and he is out there already making plays, man, sooner than we thought we'd see him.
Yep. It was awesome to see him just with the level of aggression that he was playing with. And if you guys know Dune and all of that, seeing him put the pictures up there, saying like the type of persona he was going for. And I was like, oh, he's cutthroat.
Yeah.
He's cutthroat. Seeing him block and push people up the field 5, 6, 7 yards all the way to the whistle and guys getting frustrated and such, I'm like, all right, let's rock. Because there's some people, I saw you in the chat, Steve-O Baby, who say, yeah, but the Lions are 30th in pass rush right now. I tell that to the Vikings.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what this team is doing in terms of getting back certain pieces and all that. Tell that to the Vikings, because Alex Anzalone changed so much in that one game, and the entire team, the coaches, people on defense and people on offense all stated the impact that he made was just almost measureless. You can't even put a measurement on it, and we saw that defense look night and day. So it's like with the Lions, their stats to me, they're not as true to test in terms of who they actually are, whereas with the Commanders, this is who they've been all year. With the Lions, we've seen this team be one that can go out there, no matter if people send the yards or this and the other, they'll still put you in a little bit of a body bag as it relates to how many points you score or how much that you can go off. When teams are generally scoring more, it's because the Lions are also scoring fast. That's what winds up happening. People say, I saw some Commanders people like, look at y'all scoring outside of the Vikings and the Bears game the last whatever. I was like, 2 of those was because of how fast the other team started, and then they got nothing in the second half.
Right.
Absolutely nothing. So it's like the trends that I see this defense play with, I don't think that people are looking at it the right way if they're looking at just the base stats. And that's where I wanted to be able to talk about the Commanders' defense, because it is 13th overall, which is decent, and to help get them there. But when you look at the things that the Lions do good, run defense for the Commanders is ranked 30th in the league. And all of their other grades for tackling, pass rushing, and coverage are all 55 rating or lower.
Yeah.
Which is some of the worst in the NFL.
They're one-dimensional. And that's one thing that they have to consider, because we run the ball so effing well that you have to respect it. So if you just going to let us run roughshod for 250-plus yards, that's cool. We can beat you that way. But eventually, you're going to want to stop the bleeding. You're going to have to cheat some of those linebackers and safeties up. And as soon as you do, we can absolutely torch you with the play-action pass. And we do it to a level that they have not seen. I mean, the toughest team on their schedule was the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Philadelphia Eagles offense, while it's okay, is like nowhere near what the Lions are going to be able to bring to you, just from being able to diversify. Okay, we can kill you with a tight end, we can kill you with a slot, we can kill you on the outside, and we can kill you out of the backfield. So I mean, they better be ready, man. They better be ready.
They got to be ready. You know, Kavasi Chase, I see you. He's always sitting on the edge of energy, man. What up, though, Chase?
Oh, what up, though? I mean, yeah, like KG was talking about, they have a good defensive line with some big names and some like very talented players, but the strength of our team is our offensive line. And once we get past that line of scrimmage, they don't have anybody who can match our playmakers in the backfield.
Yes.
Another thing I'm like a little bit worried about for the Commanders fans is like I can't wait to see Marshawn Lattimore try to line up against Jameson Williams on the outside, because that man is notorious for his.
Oh yeah. Next segment.
Goodbye. Say goodbye to your hamstrings.
We gonna get there.
We get there. Woo! JB Smooth, what about you, man? Because I'm trying to figure out if Ben Johnson, if it was truth or anti-bulletin board material.
I mean, it could be a mixture of both. A little bit of mixture of both. I just think he's trying to get everyone hyped up right now.
Is this coming from, I don't want to disrespect you.
Yeah, it is. That's him.
What up, though, bro?
Come on, I don't want to disrespect him out there. You got to respect their defense. As KG said, he rattled off the players, and you got to respect them as well, too. But, hey, at the same time, our offense isn't going to stop as well, too. I got to give a shout-out to High Def Steph in the chat
shout out
as well, too. $5 super chat. He says, I like it when they pick the other team to beat us. I feel like it motivates our team to put belts to ass. We need that chip on our shoulder. And I have to agree. What do you guys think?
I agree. High Def, we need you here tomorrow, bro. We need you here tomorrow. Pep rally. We got Cody Davis in here tomorrow at 9 a.m. as well.
Hey, Cody.
He's just
in studio?
In studio.
Shout out.
It's going to be a day. We might, think High Def, Cody, Summer. It might be somebody
We need
else
some summer.
on.
Look out the weather. Look outside right now, man. We need some
Uncle
summer.
Leland Stein, legendary Leland Stein. He's covered 32 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be able to get him in here whenever he has time. I'm trying to get him in here too.
Yeah.
So Friday is going to be all out Lions. Obviously, Pistons, if they win, we got to talk about them in that opening segment.
Yeah,
but we got
top of the show.
We got some people coming in to help us really break this down. I'm trying to get a Commanders person on as well for a segment. So it's going to be awesome. But I agree with that, man. I agree with High Def. This team has been able to honestly beat you no matter what. If we are going to be shorthanded, we have a game plan for that. If there's some adversity we have to go through, we have a game plan for that. If golf has not played its cleanest game, we have a game plan for that.
Yep.
Like, whenever everyone wants to pick against us, we have a game plan for that. And when we're the leaders, we just stomp. Like, we're not talking about a team that just kind of limped into the playoffs and got lucky. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, think what limping would have been, we barely beat the Vikings. We beat their tails, bro. You want to talk about black and blue?
Fuck them
up. The whole division is winless against the Lions.
Yep.
And now I'm supposed to be shuddering at the Commanders' defense because I'm disrespecting it.
No,
I've been saying all season, Commanders are gonna have a fine year. I said that from the start of the year. But fine has nothing to do with what these Detroit Lions are, man.
No, and I mean, I talked about it yesterday. Everything doesn't have to be disrespect. The Lions are just on another plane, another plateau. The Washington Commanders still have a lot of holes that they have to address in later seasons. They are going to be a good team, but as of right now, I just cannot see a way you go into Ford Field with a team like that and come out with a victory. I don't. Not in this situation.
Not in this situation. There's just too many things that this team does well, and then when those things aren't working, they still find a way to be motivated to do well.
We can win any type of game, man.
Anywhere. Isn't that what Dan Campbell promised? Like, I know we got to go to the next segment, but I'm like, that's what he said. Like,
we getting it by any means.
That's why it makes so much sense now. Like, now I want to hear his speeches on repeat. Like, I will in a landfill. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
What a butt cheek and 3 toes. We will beat. He said it. BTA.
He said every time we at your doorstep. You don't got to go looking for us. We right here, big dog. So.
And we've continued to see them punch that ticket. So you know what? Let's get into this next segment because we got to talk about a couple things. The level of aggression. And maybe we'll talk about the Commanders' aggression tomorrow.
Okay.
When we talk about their offense versus the Lions' defense.
Yeah.
Because today I do want to talk about Jamo and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know Chase is fired up about what Jamo can do because you're right. Lattimore's grade and coverage is the worst in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. He's having a rough year. He's having a rough year.
We're going to talk about it. At Lady Jane's, we take the chore out of getting a haircut. Our talented stylist will deliver an industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, a hot lather neck shave.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
And a hot towel treatment.
Towel placement varies.
Listen, guys, make sure you ask first. It's open 7 days a week, walking anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Wicked.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Back-to-back NFC North Division champions. The Detroit Lions are playoff bound and ready to eat the kneecaps of anyone standing in our way. Follow Woodward Sports as we cover the best season in Detroit Lions history. Go Lions!
Talk about pressure, we live in pressure. That's where we freaking thrive. You did it again.
From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Injuries can't stop this train. Choo-choo!
Warriors, good win, break it down.
Super Bowl or bust, baby, for our Detroit Lions. And Woodward Sports will be there all the way. Detroit's #1 Lions destination is Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursday during Ermanni and Edwards, who is offering you the top-notch injury advice. You got to trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Why? Because Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. And his latest content, he broke down what the return of David Montgomery looks like from a health perspective, recovery, and what we can expect from that knee. So tap in, man. The doc knows what he's talking about. He is the medical director of Michigan Sports and Spine, and he has had a long career of assisting some of our greatest sports athletes. So Dr. Jeff Pierce, here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com. Call 248-426-9944.
And after Dr. Pierce fixes your spine, fix your wallet too with Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of us here at Woodward Sports. All you got to do is scan that QR code on screen, use code word Woodward1000, deposit up to $1,000. But all you have to do is place a minimum of a $20 bet. You know what? If it doesn't hit, they will throw it right back into your account. But you know what? It's gonna hit because you're betting on the Pistons. It's gonna hit. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of us here at Woodward Sports. Make some money today.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey.
What up, though, people? Welcome back to this Wake Up Woodward. And you know what? Since we're in the mood, let's go ahead and just satisfy that like button, man. Y'all gotta hit that like button, smash it. If you're a Detroit Lions fan, let's also get that chat poll too after this, man. Smash that like button, man. Let's run this up. It's Thursday. We're a couple days from January in the D. The city's going to be on fire. We're going to be downtown at Gillies. So we're right in the middle of the action. I'm going
I love it.
LCA for the Pistons game, bro.
Yeah.
I'm literally going from church, sunset, right? Family stuff done after Sabbath. LCA right over to Gillies.
No, it's an easy transition, man. Walk right down the street. Hopefully, if the snow, not on the ground, you can take a stroll over there, man.
It's
gonna be nice, man.
I can't wait, and I know we're gonna have a ball. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. I know next week, if and when they win, we're trying to make sure that we can do some giveaways for the people to be able to join us as well. Because Gillies is sold out. Everything downtown is getting sold out. If you're not in the arena, be somewhere downtown.
Yeah.
If you're around
you
us,
want to be in that vibe.
Come find us. We're gonna have like 10 people getting fan interaction content. We got agents. We the new TMZ out here.
Yeah.
That just is what it is.
And
so,
as much as I love Hey Social, I'm gonna be down at home with my people.
Right now.
With my people, man. I gotta be with the people.
We're gonna be down there. A whole social squad down there, right? Kavasi, I think Travis is coming up. Justin will be here. It's gonna be
converging, bro.
Summer's gonna be down there. It's going to be hype. It's going to be hype.
Don't tell the people that.
Someone's going to be down
You're
there.
right.
It's going to be hype.
Don't
man.
incentivize the people. Jeez,
Dog,
man.
Let's jump into this, dog. I know Chase. I was like, yo, Chase GPT, hold it for one segment. And we're going to push the aggressiveness of the Commanders' offense and their fourth down approaches and such to tomorrow because it's really just a Jaden Daniels show.
Yeah.
So we're gonna push that with those fourth down calls. So we're going to push that to tomorrow.
Hold on. Speaking of Jaden Daniels, you got to shout out our resident Commanders fan, Taydon, in the chat. Taydon been in there fighting all morning, man. Shout out to you being in there taking another beating yet again today. But he went out here and said that my man
Chase.
He went out there and said that my man JD is in the same convos as Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. And while JD is great, bro, I don't think he there just yet. Let's slow your roll a little bit. Let's slow your roll a little bit.
We will. You know what? We're just going to have a Jaden Daniels segment tomorrow.
Yeah. Respect, my guy, though.
The Jaden Daniels segment is just literally we're going to replace Commanders offense versus Lions defense. It's just going to be Jaden Daniels versus Lions defense.
I didn't know he was an MVP in, one
you
season.
Didn't know?
I didn't know.
He's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Jaden. You didn't know that, right?
I didn't. I'm late to the party as usual.
He doesn't play as a rookie. I
Y'all didn't know
credit.
It's that good jar.
He had that undefeated season this year. They got the number one seed in the NFC.
What?
He did. He led the. You know what? He was one of the top 3 or 4 in passing yards. Right?
Wow. I don't know what season I was watching. Maybe I was watching like last year or something. I don't know, man.
JB Smooth, I know you got some super chats over there, and we got to talk about this because I believe when we talk about underestimating or disrespect, these Commander fans, they don't care about Amon-Ra or Jamo.
They don't. and they should.
What?
They should.
What? Do y'all know about playoff Awaymo Jamo? They don't even know. Hey, let's get to those super chats real quick because the chat family has been on one this morning, man.
They don't know, but we'll get to that tomorrow. Shout out to Dante151 again, $9.99 super chat. Also, some Commander fans are saying that Sanderstill is going to lock up Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's what
a
I've been seeing.
rookie against the killer. As one Randy Jackson once said, come on, dog. It's not for me, dog.
Hell no, bro.
But shout out to Dante151. But we still got our super chat goal going on right now. If we get $50 or up to $50, Chase will drop whatever he's doing and take a lap around the building. I'll V-mix him in so you can see for sure that he is running outside in the cold while it's snowing. In the snow. Yeah, exactly. We're at $36 right now. So let's get those super chats going as well.
Hey, let's get those super chats going. Goodness gracious, I'm telling you, I've seen some wild stuff. And you remember, I got connections out to the DMV, man. It's where I played my college ball. It's where I became a man. And I held it down for Detroit. I held it down. They all knew, man.
Yeah.
They always, though. I told them I got the I'm from Detroit. That's what when I'm announced, I want it that way. We was out in Pennsylvania, like at the Erie something Classic. And we were playing Kutztown, and we were playing University of Pittsburgh, Johnstown. We were playing some dogs in UNC Wilmington. And then I got to start. My parents were there. And I was like, dope, this is so dope. And they were like, from Canton, Michigan.
No.
I'm like, oh.
They got you with the Canton, no, not the Canton, dog.
I lived there the least amount of time of my life.
Right, what type of shit is that?
I was there for like 3 years of my life, and it was a Canton, Michigan. I was like, I looked over, and my coach was like, I told y'all.
Right.
My whole team was laughing, dog. It was hilarious.
My boy from Canton, dog.
But you know what, man? But no, look, I be telling them because I care about my family and my friends and my old colleagues and peers out there in the DMV.
Yeah.
All the media people, I care about them. I'm trying to let them know, guys, we used to make music about this. We used to be on the radio talking about this.
Used to dream about this day.
Guys, I'm telling y'all, be happy for what you got. But this kind of just dismissal, how do you on one hand say we are disrespecting and dismissing them? And then the wide receivers, our 2 top wide receivers, are lunching on theirs. And they're just saying, nah, we about to lock them up. Chase, I know you've been sitting at the edge of energy, man. You were ready to go ham on Jamo. This is that one. This is the Krispy Kreme right now. We're set the Glaze Factory for Amon-Ra and Jamo. But it's done in good faith because we want to make sure that Commanders fans know exactly who these guys are.
Yeah, I mean, Jameson Williams is already the fastest player in the NFL, and we're already talking about like the Commanders having some guys who are long in the tooth and getting older. Marshawn Lattimore is getting up there in age, and throughout his career, he's dealt with a lot of like soft tissue injuries to his hamstring and his ankles and stuff.
And he had one this year.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just that combination just sounds like a recipe for Jameson Williams to just absolutely cook up and go off. Either in the backfield, like on an end around, or just going straight down the sideline in a straight line because no one can like keep pace with him. So, just any time that Marshawn Lattimore is lined up and is within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage of Jameson Williams, it should be an automatic like kill. Jameson, you're running in a straight line, and I'm just throwing it as far as I can because this man cannot cover you, and if they don't have a safety over the top, it's just an insta-bomb.
I love that, an insta-bomb. Hey,
like
we talk about your godson, JB Smooth, and obviously Amon-Ra St. Brown as well, and what Jamo did this year. Remember, he got the 1,000 yards total before he got the 1,000 yards receiving. And to see the team say, no, we're getting you this 1,000. Did you see what he had to do to get the 1,000 yards?
Yeah, the little screen pass at the end of the game.
There were several plays. And I'm like, why is he still in? And I realized, like, there were several. One of them got called back, and he still stayed out there on the field.
They still gave it to him.
That's dictation.
I told y'all.
That is just straight up dictation. I can't say something else.
You may think.
I lost it so wild. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
That was just straight up dictation. That's what that was, bro.
Emphasis on dick.
That's just they gave it to him because they control that. They control that. I don't know. It's like that Family Guy meme, dog, of the train bursting through the tunnel. I don't think the Commanders understand what this Lions team is, bro. And
man.
What he's talking about with Jamo, do people realize what this guy has done both on the ground, as well as through the air?
Even if you're not looking at the stats, I don't think they realize the speed that he has. Like, on game tape, that's one thing. It might look like, okay, yeah, he's pretty fast. We can see how fast he is. It's different when you get out on that field and he's coming across the middle or he's beating you deep, beating your corner and your safety to a spot and killing you deep. So, man, I really don't think that they're ready for the type of speed that Jameson Williams possesses. And when you look at a Marshawn Lattimore or even a Mikey Sanders still, which I got to give him credit. Michigan boy. I rock with Mikey. But, you really think he's going to go out here and shut down Amon-Ra or Jamo?
Do you love Mikey Sanders still?
I do.
Blue, right?
I do.
Look into the camera and let him know.
Listen,
this is warning.
Y'all already know. We Mikey, you forever indebted to us, man. We won a title with you. You already know how we feel about Mikey Sanders still. However, and you got to give him credit, okay? You look at his stats: 62 total tackles, 14 passes defended. 14 passes defended for a rookie. That's not bad at all. But you really think that he is going to completely shut down Amon-Ra for a whole game? Or you think that he'll completely shut down Jamo for a whole game, especially when you getting gashed in the run game for 6, maybe 7 yards per carry? Like, what are we talking about here? Because that rush defense is going to provide problems for y'all in being able to cover our receivers long term. Eventually, you have to respect that run game, and we gonna make you pay as soon as you do.
Look, man, you guys know who the lowest graded PFF cornerback was in the wild card round? With a grade of 26.5. Well below the average. Way below. Do you guys know who that was? Look at Chase right at me. He knows.
I don't. You said it earlier. It was Marshawn Lattimore.
There you go. And that's what I'm saying. It's like they keep talking to us about, y'all defense injured.
Couldn't tell.
Our defense was injured, yes, but like you said earlier, we got Alex Anzalone back, and this defense without Anzalone, they're like a well-run ship. We have a great first mate, we've got great crewmates, and this ship can sail just fine without a captain. But when we have our captain back, we operate so much better, so much more efficiently, and with so much more confidence. And Alex Anzalone is our captain. So,
like Joshua Nixon, he said it best. I'm still trying to figure out why people keep saying our defense is depleted when we only lost 2 games, and that's the whole point of it. Listen, we're sitting here talking about the fact that there are people out there right now believing that the Lions should be on upset alert because of the defense, and I'm sitting here like, okay. All right, help me understand something here. At best, you could say that even at our worst, our defense is now comparable to the Commanders and probably still a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right? Why isn't anybody focusing on the fact that our offense boat races everybody, even the Bills' defense? We put points on everybody. The only team we didn't put points on was, I think at the beginning of the season when they openly admitted, we're still figuring it out. We're going to hit our stride around week 5 or 6, and they did. True to word. And since then, it was just straight up. Like, think about how they started slow.
Mm-hmm.
And they still lead the league in points per game.
Yeah.
That's where I'm just like, what are people actually looking at? Because what are you going to do? You're going to load up and stop the run? you're going to get housed over the top.
Yeah.
Your linebackers are going to be in trouble.
Play action, man.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so then what are you going to do? Drop back in coverage? Well, that's just dumb because now we're going to control the time of possession.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Commanders fans say some of these same things, but the problem is when you actually look at the grades, when you're actually looking at how these teams have played and how they fared through the season, it's just like, I already see how this is going to go. You don't have the dogs to cover everybody that we have.
No, you don't
have the dogs. We're going to break it down tomorrow a little bit more because I have the numbers of Jared Goff against the types of pressure and defense that the Commanders will bring traditionally. And Jared Goff lunches against the blitz. He lunches against man-to-man coverage.
Yeah, I mean, that's the recipe to beat Goff, but the problem is teams can't do it. You can't get to our quarterback because our offensive line is so good. So I'm not worried about, what their defense can really do against this offense. And we'll get into our defense, tomorrow, because I think that narrative needs to stop too, because this Lions defense, say what you want about them, they have numbers behind them. And when you got a coach like AG that's going to be able to scheme up against this Commanders offense, I'm not worried in the slightest bit, bro. But this Commanders offense, or should I say Lions offense against the Commanders defense, I just don't see it, bro. Like, y'all gonna have a tough day at the office.
I don't see it either, and I don't even want to be like, cocky or prideful. This is just when we sit down and we're looking at it, I'm just like, hey,
there's too many weapons to account for.
Yeah, I mean, this is like when I played Neil in bubble hockey. I was just like, hey, Neil, I'm rubbing two quarters together. I'm like, hey, you want to play? And he's just like, you have no idea what you're in for.
This lesson.
So you don't know what you don't know. Commanders fans, you're not sure. Like, you haven't come here in this environment. Nobody has before, and it's going to be tough, and it's not going to be fun. Just like when I got shelled 9-0 in bubble hockey. You're just going to have to sit there and take it.
You do, and even just one more thing, because I know we're talking about, obviously Amon-Ra and Jamo and what these guys are going to be able to do, because you're able to use them in a plethora of ways. Even if it's Amon-Ra throw a pass, Amon-Ra run off of a screen. Hey, Amon-Ra, we're going to pitch it to you, but then you're going to pitch it to Jamo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so much they can do with putting their wide receivers in motion that – what if they don't pitch it to anybody and your linebacker has lost sight of Jahmyr Gibbs in the middle of the field?
Thank you. And that's the X factor being slept on here. Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. We haven't even talked about what he can do in this passing game. As far as screen passes, just anything, man. Jahmyr Gibbs being back there, y'all got a long day, bro. I don't know how y'all gonna cover that consistently for 60 minutes.
Like, think about it. 146.4 rushing yards per game. That's sixth best in the league for the Detroit Lions. And the Commanders, 137.5 rushing yards allowed per game.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like, I don't think that people understand, because now you have to make a decision. Their defense has to make a decision. And when you look at the Lions' defense, their game plan allows them to continue to win the same way we've seen them win.
Yep.
Bend but don't break. Our red zone defense is going to be stout. And on offense, it's just, hey, can you beat us to 35 points?
No, that's real. And when you look at what the Buccaneers did to him last week, you had Bucky Irvin go for 77 yards on you, man. So on 17 carries. So what is Monty what is Monty and Gibbs going to do to you? You look at what
that's 4.5 yards a carry.
You look at what they gave up receiving wise. Mike Evans, 7 catches for 92 yards and a touchdown. And that's Mike Evans, man. We have a speed threat in which you have not seen yet. So I just really think we have a lot of advantages just offensively that you got to pick your poison in this case, because you can't cover everything. Like, it's impossible.
Yeah. You know what? Well said. I want to get into this segment as well. I'm really, really looking forward to what you have prepared, brother. But I do have, before we get into that in our next segment, I'm going to ask you guys, who or what is your X factor for Lions versus Commanders? And then we'll get into, what'd you say? You have a would you rather or a would you rather for today?
Yep.
Lions playoff edition.
I do.
And then tomorrow we got a Lions playoff edition Swisher break too.
We do.
I can't wait.
Turned up.
JB Smooth, what friends do we got to say what up though to?
I got to tell them about Jars Cannabis.
And chat family, get your Lions X Factor. If it's a player or if it's a what, get the X Factor into the chats. We're going to talk about it really, really quickly in the next segment.
Yep, let me tell them about Jars. But also first got to send a shout out to Super Chat that we just got sent in. $1.99 from Janny CPP. It says LFG1 Pride. Just had to throw that out there. for you. Shout out to you once again. Once again, get in those super chats. Chase is ready to go and run around the building as it is as well too. But all right, sports fans, whether you're hitting the game or just chilling, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest line of recreational cannabis products. With 27 locations across the state, they are repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations alone right now in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby you. And don't fear if you live in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, Michigan, because stores are coming your way very, very soon. It's Jars Cannabis. I know you want to get high.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Injuries can't stop this train. Choo-choo!
Warriors, good win, break it down.
Super Bowl or bust, baby, for our Detroit Lions. And Woodward Sports will be there all the way. Detroit's #1 Lions destination is Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
New year, who this, man? It's Les Stanford Chevrolet. And listen, with all that snow outside, you might need a truck, man, because trying to traverse this shit is like, it's ridiculous. But Les Stanford, they got your back, man. Les Stanford Buick GMC is here for you with a 2025 Hummer EV SUT for 24 months, a 10,000 mile a year warranty for only $699 per month. Just a $2,000 down payment is all you need for that. Or you can get a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab, 24 months with a 10,000 mile a year warranty for only $359 per month. Sign and drive, no down payment required. GM discount is required for both. But listen, get to Les Stanford today or click on that QR code that's not on the screen, but we will have one on the screen eventually. Or go to lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Buick and GMC.
What up, though, people? I got to talk to you about the watch party. This week, it's going to be at Gillies in downtown Detroit. Gillies Clubhouse. If you've been there, you guys already know it is the vibes. It is going to be packed. It is sold out. The city is going to be on fire, and you want to be there. We get things kicked off just before the game, about 15 minutes before the game starts, with the heavyweights and other Woodward sports personalities for the playoff watch party. Right after that, we get the playoff post-game show hosted by Stick and Anson. This one is going to be electric, and you guys, you want to be in the mix. You want to be in the mix on this one. I'm telling you, if you're not at the game, this is what you want to be tapped into. All of this, though, is brought to you by Tangerine Space Machine, Taller Your Local Laundry, 1800 Tequila, Soroki's, and Sabbath Coffee. And if you're not able to make it out to Detroit, if you are out by Hayes Social, they are still open. They are going to have the games on. So definitely pick your poison, make it out, and let's have a great weekend, man. It's January the D. Let's go.
Get out
Come
there
say what
early.
up to us, man.
Because it will be packed out of Hayes Social as well,
It's going to be packed all over the place, man. Why? Because we do it better. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't believe that the Commanders people, I don't think they know what's going on. We set records here, decibel records. We set the record for the draft. They're like, Taryn Arnold is so speechless. He's like, nah, bro, do y'all see what I'm looking at right now?
Yeah.
Like, it's my home, and they showed up. That's what we do here. And I do believe that's going to play a factor in this game. Mike Reed, $5 super chat. He got in his X Factor because of this segment. We're talking about our X Factors for this game. Lions versus Commanders. He says his X Factor is Jamison Williams.
Ooh.
I've seen a couple others. I believe Crazy Clown said Sonic and Knuckles. I'm just
Dante151 said his X Factor is Jameer Gibbs with the super chat as well too. Shout out.
Shane Daniel, X Factor, Khalif.
Okay.
Khalif Raymond.
Maybe in
Commies
special
are
teams.
the one
Okay.
team who prefers if returners bring it out instead of kicking touchbacks, so Khalif could eat. And you know what? That's another thing that the Lions, they've tried to do. They try to make teams return it. Why? Because the touchback is now out to the 30.
Yep.
But if you return it, they're able to stop you at like the 20 to 25.
Yeah, depending
in the
on
yardage
how good
game.
your coverage
They're
team
playing.
is. Yeah.
So, yeah, let me see here. I thought I saw a couple more here. J-Mo got 1,000 yards, and Sam took a long walk off a short. He's going to get that jersey, man.
Yeah, we
he
promise
was
y'all.
on vacation for a couple weeks. We don't take many vacation days or time, or even, I remember he got married and was back in like a couple days.
Yeah.
Bro. So it's like, you know what? Shout out to him for being able to get that time. And, here's one. Rich Baldwin. KG is the man.
I gotta shout out Rich Baldwin, man. For some reason, he always come in the chats and saying KG is better than James Brown. So I mean,
Greg Osborne, he said KG and Kool-Aid with the class.
Hey, shout out Greg.
Support,
you know we
man.
rock with you.
We love the support, and you know what, JB Smooth, I want to start with you as it relates to your X Factor, and then we got to get into this segment once we go around the horn here. But what's your X Factor? Whether it's a player or whether it's a situation or something else or a coach, what's the X Factor for you?
I mean, I think my X Factor is probably the combination of Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Jamo, just to see how they're going to fare against this Commanders defense, who has let up quite a bit of points as well the past couple games, but still, it's if Jared Goff can play that clean game and get it to Jamo and Amon-Ra. As we've been talking about before, Lattimore, he's seen better days, and speed does kill, so Saturday is not going to be his day, and I'm telling you that right now. I'm predicting right now at least Jamo 2 tutties. Jamo 2 tutties for me.
Both through the air or one through the ground?
1 and 1.
I like that, man. Keep it off balance. What about you, KG? What's that X Factor?
My X Factor is a situation. I think the Lions need to win on 3rd and 4th down. And listen, you're going against a Washington Commanders team that I believe is 6th in terms of converting 3rd downs. The Lions are 1st and 3rd down defense. And then when you look at 4th downs as well, they're going to go for a lot of 4th downs. A team like this with house money, expect them to try to come in here and make any plays that they can make, especially if they're, in Lions territory. You can expect them to try to go for 4th down a lot. You look at this Buccaneers game that they just had, they went for it on 4th down 5 times and converted 3. So, and the Lions are also, I believe, number 2 in 4th down opponent 4th down conversion percentage. So you really have to make sure you're stopping them on 3rd and 4th down, because you can absolutely take the momentum out of a team like that if they're going for it on 3rd, not getting it. If they're trying to,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Versus the Vikings.
Exactly. If they're trying to be like, let's say the Lions and go for it on 4th down, you have to be able to stop them when you do that. I think that gives the Lions all the momentum. That makes the Commanders press. And if you get them into a situation where they're one-dimensional, they're going to have to throw the ball, and that's going to open up things for the secondary.
It's going to open up things for the secondary, and I get it. There are worse quarterbacks than Jaden Daniels that we've seen go out there and be able to toss the ball around against the Lions secondary.
Yeah.
But this one is uniquely different because they're not banged up and injured. They do have some injuries. Carlton Davis would have been a big piece to have for this game. It's not looking like he'll be back even if they make the Super Bowl with a fractured jaw.
Yeah.
But we saw what Amik Robertson did last year in coverage, and some people believe that that's just because of his familiarity with Justin Jefferson. But I'm sorry, my man was just in place to make the right plays, and he's been really that guy all season. We've talked about that all season long.
Yep.
So if you get TA to play the way he did against the Vikings, you're getting Amik Robertson. I'm sorry, they didn't play that well in some of the games that other people say, hey, you know what? This happened or that happened. When you got Alex Anzalone back, when you got this defensive line saying we're comfortable, we now know what to do, because DJ Reader went out and stated that this is a new defensive line that had to get his cohesion and his chemistry back. And then you mix in the fact that Terrell Williams, Aaron Glenn, and Calvin Shepard were in there cooking up these stunts that we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you do a stunt with Alex Anzalone blocking one of the linemen and Jack Campbell's coming through the middle, right? What are you doing at that point in time? Because there's a lineman who's engaged with another blocker over here has to decide, do I chip Campbell or do I let him go in for the clean shot at my quarterback?
Right.
That's the point. And why can they do that? Because they can run a safety package of Ife Melifonwu, Brian Branch, and Kirby Joseph. That means that if we want to drop two people or even one back into that spy or linebacker position, they can do it. And that's what effed up the freaking Vikings last week.
Yeah.
That's what effed up the Vikings the last week when we that week last year when we won the division. That's why Ife was in the position. Everybody knew Ife was laying hits in that game. But they wound up doing something a little bit different when they brought the pressure and they let Ife stay back. Interception. That's the type of chess matchup that you're going up against. And guess what? The defense was worse then than it is now.
No, that's a fact.
And Aaron Glenn has proven that he can cook up a scheme. That's why I said at the beginning of the scene, why do we start with even JB Bickerstaff saying, hey, bro, I got to get Dan Campbell in here?
Yeah.
Because everybody is missing the point. They're underestimating this thing, man.
And I'm glad you brought that up because you absolutely are going to have to disguise your blitzes in this game. If you try to outright blitz Jaden Daniels, he can kill you. He is one of the better QBs against the blitz. I think he's given up like a 114 QB rating and 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. So you really have to be mindful in how you want to attack Jaden Daniels. And when he gets out of the pocket, you got to be able to make plays. But that's why having an Alex Anzo is so important. Somebody that can cover sideline to sideline and is really good at tackling, because you're going to need to get this kid down quick. You can't just let him gas you, man. So I really like the fact that AG does like to disguise his blitzes. He's one of the defensive coordinators that blitzes the most in the NFL. So you really need to choose your attack when you're choosing to attack a talent like this.
That was so well stated. So well said. And mine real quick before we get into this next segment. It's a situation as well, and it is BTA offense. I've been calling for this, and they've shown it so much more this year. The ability to go, put their foot on the pedal, and just F you up, bro.
Yep.
To the point that players were complaining, other teams were complaining. What do we see? Oh, man, all of that going out there trying to embarrass teams. Cameron Bynum and Xavier McKinney talking all that bull crap. Even, like, politicians. You know, like Chris Christie talking about there's no class.
Who the fuck?
They kept it. People was in the chat room. Keep it close. Keep it close. They kept it close last year against the Cowboys, and what happened? F that.
Nah.
This year, this offense has said we're going out here and we are killing you.
We making
kill
a statement.
Shot. Steve Carell, turn the gun sideways type kill shot. That's what it is. Sorry, monetization. I get it.
That was like my man in the Olympics.
But that's what
forgot his name.
He had all of the gear and the aiming and all that. I'm just like, guys, I don't think you understand what is about to happen. BTA offense, go out there from just drive one. I don't care. I don't care if you run into the line 3 straight times and it's 4th down in the 20. Go for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
I do not care. Like this one is one where I'm just like, go out there and you're trying to bludgeon and you want to bait them like you did the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, you want to play our game? Come play our game.
Yeah.
Come on, because your quarterback is going to have to be perfect. You know what quarterback I know can be perfect in that type of a situation? Jared Goff, whose jersey sits in the Hall of Fame for a perfect game. And if you want to say, well, that was just one game, how many times did we see him go, your perfect half, or first 3 drives, perfect?
Yeah.
And the broadcast is, oh, man, he's 8 of 8. He's not divine. They got 2 touchdowns already.
I mean,
that's
but
my X factor, man.
They can try to play like us, but they're doing it from an aspect of desperation, trying to steal possessions. The Lions are doing it just based off the fact that we live this way. There's a reason why our fourth down conversion percentages are so high. Like, this is a way of life for the Lions. This is how they play the game, and we are ready for any, third or fourth down situation. So they, like I said, they better bring their lunch pail. It's going to be a long day, especially if you got to stop the Lions offense for 4 downs.
For 4 downs every single time.
Come on now.
Every single time. And then you got this one thing. I know they say you want to score touchdowns, but I trust our field goal kicker.
Yeah.
In those situations, end of quarters, end of half, end of game, big situations where you're wondering, like, okay, 4th and 5 from the 45.
No.
47.
Bates got that.
Bates got that.
Bates got
there
that,
and
bro.
knock that down. So, you know what? Let's rock, man. Let's rock. Hey, Tatum said Jaden Daniels' jerseys in the Hall of Fame off the Hail Mary. That's fine, because that's that's what y'all are hoping on. It's a wing and a prayer for y'all.
Right.
You know what my hope is on? The fact that my quarterback goes out there and does things better than your quarterback.
Hey.
I'm so glad your guy can run. I'm so glad that he had a Hail Mary. I'm sorry. Jared Goff, 85-yard touchdown, 60 in the air to Jamison Williams or no? I'm sorry, Jared Goff, one of the most efficient, one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL consistently. I didn't see Jaden Daniels go out there week after week after week throwing Hail Marys to the point that I'm like, oh, my God.
Hey, guess who else jersey is in the Hall of Fame?
Talk to me.
Jared Goff.
Hey,
you want to know why?
About.
It's not from a Hail Mary. It's from a complete decimation of any team's defensive scheme. 14 for 14, 15 for 15, 16 for 16. What the fuck are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
I love it. You know what?
Come on, man. Hey, but Tay-Dye, we respect you, bro. Thank you for being here, taking the beating that you're taking today.
This is the
we
preview,
appreciate you.
A preview of the game, man.
God damn.
Hey, shout out to my brother DJ Joey Radio as well, man. I love every time I see a chat from him. I love it. I mean, I have a text from him. Have a great day, brother. Have a great day to you, brother. Shout out to Joey Radio, man. If y'all don't know, go and follow him. One of the godfathers, along with Stick here at Woodward Sports, and he's done a lot for these sponsors. Planet Fitness Studios. Thank you, Joey.
He's the mover and shaker of Woodward Sports. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
I'm telling you, Joey and Stick set a precedence here, man, and that, along with kind of the investment and the persistence of Chad and the ownership group here, it's spurred us, man. It's given us this great time, because Woodward Sports has risen as Detroit sports has risen, and it's awesome. I'm gonna read off Dante's super chat, and then we get into this next segment, because I want to get this Would You Rather in.
Yeah,
unless you think it'd be better to save that even. No, we can't save it tomorrow.
Let's get it off today.
We gotta do it today.
We gotta get it off today.
They're old that, man. Dante 151 $4.99 super chat. JB Smooth. I'm not trying to give. He's in his JB Smooth right now. I'm not trying to give disrespect to the other team, but Lions 45, Commanders 17, Golf 34 of 40, 350 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. You know what? But tell me that doesn't sound realistic. I was told we can't get in the shootouts with other teams, and all I've seen since that Chargers game last year is him getting. I was told outdoors we can't keep up with their offense, and Jared Goff was like dot 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 like I'm dominoes.
Yeah, even if it's not a 45-17 victory, even if it is a shootout, they can't go as long as we can. Like, you talking about big musket energy? Shout out Sam.
Bang,
this
bang.
is KG 47 right here. Like, we gonna keep it coming, bro. You can't.
No, we gotta get to the next segment. But
Don't get into a gunfight with the Armory, bro. Like, what are we talking about
Vincent
here?
E, I know that you are a Grandma's Boy fan. One of the greatest movies of ever. He said, Vincent E, Jared Goff. What does high score mean? What does that mean? Did I break the game?
You don't want to get into it. You don't want to get into a shootout with a team that averages 33 points a game. I don't think you want to do that.
That's that Batman scene.
I don't think you want to do it.
Like, I think I know who Batman is.
Yeah.
I think, like, you really want to go battle with? He's beating criminals at night.
That's fine, bro.
That's who you trying to do battle with. What up, though, JB Smooth?
I just want to let you guys know we have reached that $50 mark. So, Chase, I believe it is time for you to take your first lap around the building.
Let's do this.
It's time.
Let's do this. We'll do the segment. We'll do the read, and then we'll get into the Would You Rather, and you will take the lap during that time?
Yeah. Once we get back from the break, because I got to get the mics going. So once we get back, I'll take off. You guys can watch me run, I'll do it. No worries.
Let's go.
You got to film yourself doing it so they know you're doing it.
Oh no,
for
I
real.
got you, Chase. I sent you a
The chat
VMix,
is
so
on
I'll
fire.
have them on screen.
Chase got a VMix though.
as we're doing it.
Get me to the next segment.
Shirts
'cause I'm gonna
off, nipples
I'm gonna
out.
keep reading the
Hey,
chat if
yo.
you don't get me to the next segment, dog.
Bro, if you want the shirt off,
right now, dog.
if you want the shirt off, you're gonna have to up the dollars.
I'll see y'all in there, man.
My boy finna lose his nipples today. It's crazy.
I think we
Phil,
did-
I see you. I gotta read this one. Packers fans, Vikings fans, Eagles fans have all been here talking trash. We've taken all their souls.
They're all dead.
All right, get into the next segment. I'm gonna read
we
more.
gotta hear from 1800.
1800 tequila. And listen, Chase gonna need this 1800 after he come from outside. But listen, it's the
Little
official
Kavasi,
tequila of Woodward Sports Lions watch parties and post-game show. Join 1800 tequila every single Lions playoff game down at Gillies, downtown Detroit. And we are turning up all those playoff wins with smooth 1800 tequila. It's the proud sponsor of your and our Detroit Lions. 1800 tequila, the best taste in tequila. And please, you maniacs, drink responsibly.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and Lions coverage. Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Yeah, Chase, hope you bundle up over there, my brother. We got the New Holland Brewing Company. I'm talking about that Tangerine Space Machine, the new intergalactic haze of goodness. That easy drinking IPA is smooth, it's juicy, with refreshing crushability. Take your taste buds to the moon and go and grab yourself a case of this intergalactic haze today. Brewed by New Holland Brewing Company, straight out of Holland, Michigan. So you know you always can support locally as well. And I don't know if these two pair well together, but hey, why don't you give it a shot with some Soroki's
They do.
crispy chicken and pizza.
Test it.
Sounds like lunch.
KKG's tested it, so they are still have their debut of their signature wings that are out right now. Grab your friends, order a New York style pizza, and add some wings onto there as well too. The lemon pepper as well. Try any of the 7 different flavors, and if you don't have time to go in store, order online at Soroki's.com.
Honey butter biscuits. Hey, honey butter biscuits. Don't get me started up here, bro.
Hey, welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. I really want some Soroki's now.
No, for real. Hungry as a mother.
Hey, thank y'all for being here. Go ahead and smash that like button. Chase is trying to run out of here with the headphones still.
Yeah, you can't do it with the headphones on, man.
Bro.
My boy Chase, man.
He's ready to go.
Strapped
Hey,
up. Fire up chips, baby. Let's
Put the camera on
go.
him as he's walking out of here. There he
Hey,
goes.
my boy.
Chase, dog, for the team. I love this one. And you know what? Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
The Wi-Fi cut out on him. Chase, switch to your...
He died as soon as he went outside. Yeah, damn, we lost Chase.
Do we have to have him log back in with a new one, or will it pick back up?
It should pick back up as soon as he's not like connected to the
You
Wi-Fi.
can keep it on the 3 cam.
Look at his son's pose.
My boy died.
He died as soon as he got
This is like how the movie started. I bet you wondering how I got here. Hey, shout out Chase, man. Fire up Chips.
And shout out to the chat family as well. We're going to do all types of crazy things. The whole notion here, we know that you guys can go and get your sports coverage from a lot of different places. We're going to try and bring as honest of approach as we can with sports coverage. But this is the hangout.
Yeah,
this is what this is about. Chase is back with us. This is the hangout. This is about the relationship between us and you all. So thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for the support as well.
Hey, what Courage the Cowardly Dog say? The things I do for love, man. The things we do for love.
The things we do. I'm telling you, bro, it was a $60 Uber to get here this morning because the car just wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
Crazy Clown. I'm sorry. The Shaquille Oatmeal. I'm going to get him some merch. He even hit me up and was just like, hey, what's going on? And he was like, look, bro, I'm here for you guys. He threw some support. And all that type
we
of
appreciate
stuff.
that.
Yeah, that's what this is about, man. It's awesome.
Hey, hold on. I got to get
get
my shit off, man. John F. Lord, he about to rob somebody. All right. They might mistake him for black. You never know.
And that is a Central Michigan Fire Up Chips hoodie. Because at first I was like, he got to make this work. Goodness. Watch him connect back to Wi-Fi now.
I know.
Goodness gracious. Hey, he's
That's
back
my boy.
just in time.
That's my boy.
Would you rather? Man, I'm fired. Where's the bat?
That's my boy.
Where's the bat? I'm fired up, Chase.
Big dog.
Fired up, man.
How you feeling?
He's back in the building, man.
I'm a little out of breath.
Fire up Chips, man. Shout out to him. And you know what? Chase just wants Woodward Sports to do good. He just wants Wake Up Woodward to do good. He's like, man, I got all of these ideas. I got things I'm willing to try.
He putting his body on the line for y'all. I mean, what more do you?
Hey, let's get to that 20.
More do you want?
Let's get to that 20 gold super chat goal today, man. Let's get 20 super chats here. We're at 11. Let's rock.
Another 50 is another lap. Shout out to Key Ozzy as well too. He said Chase looks like a character from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he does.
Right.
Sub-Zero, man.
Right.
Hey, but you know what? Movies and stuff. All Lions blowouts were against trash teams. Do you know how many good teams the Lions put up 30 points on?
Yeah, come on now.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. So I was told the Vikings were something to worry about at 14 wins. What we do to them? Ask them.
You know what? Let's get into this real quick. Let's get into this.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get to this segment. Would you rather? You're right. Terrell Lamar Kool-Aid be on 10. Heck yeah, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta be, man.
They fire me up. Y'all fire me up. Detroit sports fire me up. If I'm not on 10, fire me. Straight up.
I got you, man. But you ain't fired today. You got a job today, boy.
Let's go.
But would you rather? The name of the game is Would You Rather. I'm going to present a series of scenarios, and you have to pick one and explain why you made that choice. Chase, play me some pimping, man. Can you give me some music, please? And with the first one in Would You Rather the Lions blitz more against the Commanders' offense or focus on coverage and spy Jaden Daniels? I will ask one more time. Would you rather the Lions blitz more against the Commanders' offense or focus on coverage and spy Jaden Daniels?
I'm going to say keep the pressure on. I believe they still have enough to contain, which is what we saw against the Vikings. But I'm going to say that blitzing, disguising the coverages, making them have to think a little bit more, and forcing them out of that pocket sooner. What I want to see out of Jaden Daniels is him having to make decisions with less time than he's used to. I want to see him have to think on the spot, and maybe he doesn't see Kirby Joseph duck down, and then boom, pick six.
Yeah.
So for me, I want to keep that pressure on. I don't want to get it. If he forces our hand to change what we're doing, fine. But for us, get out there and just BTA defense. We go out there to set the tone, and that's in the trenches.
All right, bet. Chase, my boy, warming up in there. Would you rather the Lions blitz more against the Commanders' offense or focus on coverage and spy Jaden Daniels?
I'd rather be proactive than reactive. Let's go after them. Let's force them to make plays, to react quickly and have to make fast decisions with our guys in places to, capitalize on some turnovers. So I'm going to say let's be aggressive. Let's bring the heat.
All right, JB.
I'm going the opposite of you guys. Give me coverage. I'm still trying to respect Jaden Daniels a little bit more. And I think if you actually do give him time to sit back there and think all right, I don't have a receiver, I have to take off, he's not going to expect those edge rushers to be right there just to take him out. So give him as much time as you want, but also at the same time, you are going, somebody here?
No, as the camera's on you, I was going to say read Dante's super chat when you were done as well.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Shout out to Dante once again as well, too, for another super chat. But yeah, Stay in coverage. Cover all the receivers as you will. Let Jaden Daniels sit here and step outside, and then I guarantee you, Enzo will be waiting for there. He's got that white boy speed, as T-Foss would say. But shout out to Dante151, $1.99 super chat. As AG once said, I hate the word spy.
You want to read some of these answers in the chat? I think we got some good ones.
I see some of them. Vincent E said blitz. Greg Oswald, he said containment. Tyler Gable just said Jared Goff. I don't know which answer that one fits in.
Right.
It's not a bad answer.
Cool. Where's Stick at? Stick somewhere around here.
Mike Hard 313 says BTA. I don't know. Just overall, I guess. It's just BTA.
Just BTA for everything, I guess. Apply it to everything.
Yeah, Eric, I think we can actually sack Daniels 3 to 4 times on Saturday. You know what? The chat is getting me fired up, and I see BD3 Thought Criminal $2 super chat. We call them the Durs for a reason.
Yeah. Thomas Rotundi, do not spy him. So, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of mixed reactions in the chat. If I had to make a selection, I'm kind of like, is this my boy Eric Allen in here? Both at the same time. Blitzing against a mobile QB could be a death sentence, but also getting him out of his comfort zone should be the game plan. And I kind of agree with that. Although he's really good against the blitz, you want to be in his head. You want to give him something to think about. You kind of want to give him happy feet and make him, maybe in some situations run before he's supposed to. And we already talked about, yes, the Lions don't get home all the time, but as long as they're getting home in crucial moments, they're limiting his running ability once he get past the line of scrimmage, and also just hitting the QB. Like you said, it could be as simple as just pressures and QB hits. We've seen the Lions do that before and execute, and I think that's a recipe for success in this one.
That has been what I've wanted all season. Y'all heard me. Everyone cries about, hey, you know what, last year we wanted to see more sacks and not, with the pressures.
Yeah.
For me, it's about, can you beat them up? Because we know that football is also a battle of attrition. It's a war of attrition.
Absolutely.
That's just what it is. And whoever comes out usually healthiest from the players that start that game is usually the one that's going to win. And Daniels took some hits last week. If he does that against guys like Alexander Zanoni trying to stay in bounds or run on the sidelines, I think that plays a factor too. Is Jaden Daniels going to be in a mindset where, let me go get these extra 2 yards against Kirby, against Zoe, against Branch, against Iffy? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Crowns for Breakfast said $2 super chat. Blitz that boy. I trust Enzo and Jack to contain.
Yeah, having Enzo back once again is huge. Even if you do want to have a more blitz-heavy scheme, you have somebody like Enzo that you can rely on. So, absolutely agree with that. And number 2, and would you rather? Would you rather see David Montgomery start on the first drive, or would you rather see Jahmyr Gibbs start on the first drive?
Monty.
Damn, it was an easy answer for you.
Ford Field's going to go crazy when he steps out on that field, first drive. And I think you just want him to be comfortable right out the gate, or at least know what's what. I think coming back from injury, I just want to see Monty take the first hit, and then everything else from there is just behind him. Just go out there and play. So I want to see Monty get back to the recipes. Jahmyr's going to get his, but soften up those trenches a little bit. Go in there and just let David Montgomery give you all that he can give you in that first 1 or 2 drives, man. That's where I'm at.
I'm going to say Gibbs. I'd rather Monty, for at least this game, be more of a touchdown vulture when we get into the goal line. Then we'll see
short
him.
Yardage and goal line.
Or 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, those short yardage situations for sure. Gibbs has done enough, in the games without Monty, and we all know how explosive he is. So I'm not really worried about who starts this game, but just to preserve Monty's health for the NFC Championship game and in the Super Bowl, I'd rather us, give him some limited touches just in specific situations.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not
JB.
mad at that either.
I got to go with Monty just because I think it's going to be a comfort for not only him, but everyone watching and at Ford Field as well, too. If you can see him out there, take that first snap and be out there and actually take a first hit, everyone will kind of relax a little bit and see that, all right, he's good to go. He's ready. He's back. He's fired up for this. And just to think the reaction, as Kool-Aid, you said, in Ford Field, seeing him step out there and just be behind Jared Goff to take that first snap. So give me Monty on this one.
Hey, real quick, I think we got a super chat, JB, if you want to read
see some of the answers.
Mike Reed. Shout out to Mike Reed once again. He says both play.
Both play.
Play.
And they will both get touches. Of course, they're both going to play, but I'm just talking about specifically the first drive of the game because Monty has been the known tone setter for the team. He's coming back from injury. He's not 100%. But I do get what y'all getting at. But if
second down, play action.
Okay.
Generally, second down. If it's, I think that second down play action on a first drive will F the freaking Commanders up. And it's not generally what you would do. Usually you're going to go run.
Right.
If you go run with him the first drive and then you get 5 or 6, traditionally you would do that. But with how David Montgomery has caught the ball at the backfield, I actually think that you could catch them sleeping, bro.
You could.
I really do on that first drive. That's why I believe with David Montgomery, what is their entire defense going to do? They're going to try and stop that run. With Jahmyr Gibbs, you always thinking, when we talk about with Jaden Daniels, you got to think spy. You don't think that their defense is going to think spy with Jahmyr Gibbs?
No, that's a fact.
But with David Montgomery, that's why I'm just like, bro, I believe they're going to try and crowd that line to stop him, and you can catch him versus a linebacker, him versus a safety dropping down. We've seen how that matchup goes for David Montgomery.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a heavy Monty in the chat. I mean, Dante151, he's got Gibbs. Denver Blair, first drive Demo. Vincent E, have to go Montgomery. Terrell Lamar, shout out. Monty, Tabitha Gable, we miss Monty. Caleb Brewer, Monty. So I'm seeing a lot of Monty love in the chat, and I'm not mad at that. I think I would ease Monty into this game. Starting Gibbs on the first drive, give him a taste of that speed. I think that you let him continue the momentum that he's already had while Monty is gone. And then maybe that second offensive drive, you give him a heavy dose of money if he can handle those carries, man. So I'm not mad. I don't think it's a bad answer either way, to be real. But if we are heading into our next question, would you rather Jamo be the focus in the passing game, Amon-Ra be the focus in the passing game, or Sam Laporta be the focus in the passing game?
When you say focus, that's the key word for me. That has to still be Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I believe that Jamison Williams and Sam Laporta, they do lunch and eat based off of who they are and their talent, but it's also because of the fact that we know Amon-Ra St. Brown. The people say slot merchant. No. You look at him outside. He's one of the top wide receivers. Amon-Ra is just a success merchant. That's all that it is. And when you target him, you do not go bad. That. There's no wrong when you target Amon-Ra. I believe he should be the focus, and everything else will work out. He is Jared Goff's safety blanket right now.
Yeah. All right, Chase, in case you didn't hear the question, Jamo, would you rather Jamo be the focus in the passing game, Amon-Ra be the focus in the passing game, or Sam Laporta be the focus in the passing game?
I'm going to go with Jamo because he's like the most difficult guy to cover in the NFL. He's going to them trying to figure out how to cover Jamo is going to be like trying to figure out that math problem in Good Will Hunting. Like you're just, like you're just not wicked smart. Like my boy, Jamison Williams is wicked fast. So I think just the weapon that he is and how fast he is, how versatile he is, just how almost uncoverable he is with the ball in his hands and explosive, that you just gotta put the ball, you gotta put the ball in your playmaker's hands.
You think this one is more like a breakout game for him?
Yeah, like the way we saw him,
I am elite, not just a complimentary.
The way we saw him pop out and be like that, top dog essentially in San Francisco last year in the AFC Championship game. I'm expecting another performance like that where he's just all over the field, like all-purpose yards. I'm expecting close to 130.
All right. And yeah, just to clarify, because I see my boy Eric Allen in here, shout out to you. Whoever is open, all caps. I don't care who has the big game. And listen, I'm definitely in agreement with you. I'm speaking more so to a standpoint of who do you think can do the most damage against this Commanders defense? And whoever you think that is, they should be the person that should be the focal point when the Lions do decide to pass the football. So, JB, with that being said, who do you got, man? Do you want them to focus more on Jamo, Amon-Ra, or Laporta?
Who's ever open? No.
Right.
But I think I have to agree with Chase on this one. Give me Jamo. You already know what Amon-Ra brings to the table. He's going to be out there. He's going to.
Ain't it cheating if you pick your guy, son?
No, is it cheating?
Nepotism, man. It's nepotism.
Is it cheating? No, I got to go with my godson. Like I said, you already know what Amon-Ra brings to the table. It's Jamo. That's that mystery X factor. You don't know. He could break away and be down the field, and you not even know it. Or he could be just back there with Jared Goff with a little handoff, an end around, and next thing you know, he's all the way to the house. You don't know any single play that he's going to do or where he's going to be. Whereas Amon-Ra, you kind of know, all right, he's going to be right here. You know what he brings to the table. So give me Jamo on this one.
I'm not mad at that.
Bro, the chat is lit up right now. I'm seeing Tabitha Gable. Amon-Ra reliable.
Yeah. She always posts that. Shout out to her.
Hey, Dwayne Arthur, he says Jamo balls out in the playoffs, it seems. And you know what? That's true. He was, in my opinion, we knew what was on the way after we saw what he did in last year's playoffs. So,
yeah.
You know what? Let me see.
I'm seeing a lot of mixed answers.
I am. Crayons for breakfast, $2 super chat. Give me Jamo twice per drive One crosser, one deep ball.
Yeah, I've even seen Tim Patrick in here. Tim Patrick is a dark horse. Denzel Vance, Fab Five, Bad Boy, St. Brown. I saw Laporta in there. I saw some Laporta support.
I like Leaf.
Randall Smalls. Laporta opens up everything we do. So, hey, I'm not mad at that, man. I even see Gibbs in here.
I like Dwayne Arthur, though. I trust St. Brown the most. And I think that Jared Goff does, too.
Yeah, this is kind of tough. If I have to pick somebody, I think I'm going Jamo, though. Just because of, once again, he has the NFL's most coveted skill, and it is that speed. The Washington Commanders have not seen this type of speed all season long. I think if you utilize that, you go in here, like I said, it looked different on game tape. On game tape is one thing, but when you get out on the field, it's completely different. Find ways to get Jamo the ball, man, and utilize that speed.
Let him fly, as a legendary Foster would say.
Let him fly.
Let's get one more in, and then we got to call that a show for today.
Oh damn, we do. I got two. If we can fast forward, through this first one.
Quick answer.
All right, so the fourth one, and would you rather kick the ball to start or receive the ball to start? This should be pretty quick around the board.
Wow, receive for me.
Receive.
Yep.
Receive. You can go to JB.
No, I said BTA offense is my
JB said kick.
I meant kick.
Since he disagrees, what's the quick explanation?
Yeah.
Oh, I said kick. I want that second half kickoff. Like Neil always says as well, too. I want the ball in the second half. So give me the kickoff in the first.
Yeah, I changed my answer. I want JB's answer.
Yeah, I want JB's answer. Oh, man, this is
tough. I want the fast
tough.
start. I want to see the 7-0. I want to see that just out the gate. Like a long drive, 8 minutes. Let's rock.
Call me scary, man. I want to kick the ball because just in case anything happens, you really need that second half possession coming out of half. And if the Lions dominate the first half, then that's bonus points as soon as they get it in the second half.
Let me read what the chat is saying really quickly.
A lot of kicks.
Slew of kicks. Dwayne Arthur, Minton Maid, Dante 151, Denver Blair. They're all saying kick. Eric Allen deferred to the second half. Mike Carr 3-3. Receive, set the tone. J2 element. Receive, set the tone. Bethany, receive, set the tone.
I hope you don't yell at Queen Kool-Aid like that.
That's probably going to be on the
t-shirt. I'm finna set the tone. No, I'm talking.
She's a tone setter. Let me just put it that way, too. She's a tone setter.
Yeah. All right, man. And the last question, would you rather the offense have 150 yards rushing or the defense have 2 turnovers?
Stephen Davis said, kick that thing.
Yeah, hey. You got to kick that thing. Right, you got to kick that thing.
Mike Reed, $2 super chat, kick.
It's funny, Cowboy Stephen A pops up on the screen as soon as we do that too. Shout out.
Oh my God.
But yeah, right. Kick that thing. But once again, the question, would you rather the offense have 150 yards rushing or the defense have 2 turnovers?
So the offense have 150 yards rushing or the defense 2 turnovers.
Yep.
Defense 2 turnovers. I take that. The Lions have had great success when they've gotten turnovers. That's easy.
We're already going to have 150 rushing yards. Give me the 2 turnovers just to put the nail in the coffin.
Damn. Okay, JB.
Chase said it, so 2 turnovers for me.
Yeah, I think it would have to be the turnovers. I do think they're going to be able to get the rushing yards as well. But, I mean, if they weren't to get those rush yards, that tells me that the game didn't necessarily go according to plan, and maybe they had to get into a shootout. But I'll take the 2 turnovers.
I'll take the 2 turnovers. And it's an interesting one to say because we understand how important the rushing is. If you have 150 rushing yards, you're probably controlling that time of possession.
Yeah.
Which, in a large part, that's like taking away possessions as well. So when we look at it that from that nuanced point, if you told me 120 rushing yards or 2 touchdowns or I don't know. I mean higher.
I started to do 175. I didn't want to do 200 because that would imply that both Monty and Gibbs are going to have a monster game. I think this is more of a Gibbs game. I think Monty will contribute, but I think Gibbs will lead the way in terms of rush yards.
Hey, as we were talking about this thing, man, Skydog said 200 yards rushing.
Hey, it could happen though. It could definitely happen.
If you said it higher, I would have probably picked rushing.
Yeah.
Because the way that this team controls the time of possession, they have taken away possessions from other teams who we thought that, man, if their quarterbacks are getting ample opportunities against our secondary, it could be lights out. But they just didn't get those opportunities.
And you got to look at the fact that also the Buccaneers, they just barely got over 100 yards as a team rushing in that wild card game. So just keep that in mind.
We just hit the 20 for 20 goal on the chat thing.
Hey,
so
shout out to
if
the
you
chat
guys, I'll do another
family.
lap if you guys want to keep talking for another minute.
Hell yeah.
Hey, let's rock.
Or
We
you want to
definitely
do it
will.
after we come back from break? We just do it once
Well,
we come back.
are we about to wrap up?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're thinking
yeah,
about
yeah.
wrapping
Right,
up.
that's what I
About to
say.
wrap
I'll
up.
just go do it really
All right,
quick.
we're going to
I
hit that
wanna-
lap, boy.
All
We'll open this up to mailbag if we got a little bit of time.
Yeah, we'll
Hold
do a
on,
little
Chase.
bit.
we got like
You
7 minutes.
back
So
on here.
Yeah, definitely.
we can rock 7 minutes.
Hit that like button.
I'm not gonna layer up
K77
again.
hit that like button, MFs. Hey, we would definitely love it. Denver Blair saying
All right,
give you
Chase, just sent you another link, bro.
All right.
145 rushing, 70 through the air. I do believe this is going to be one of those 200-yard games for him, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it a lot more.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it a lot more on tomorrow when we break this thing down.
Yeah.
We'll get a lot more granular. Obviously, this week was about what things are we missing? Are there things that we're underestimating? Are there things that we need to make sure Commanders fans know? And then tomorrow is definitely going just this game in a vacuum. Let's rock.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be a little more defensive minded tomorrow. Definitely want to break down how this Lions defense can come out here and stop the all great Jaden Daniels. Oh my God. But listen, the kid's having a great year, but even say what you want about the Lions injuries, I really think that the Lions defense and the experience that they have, having AG as a play caller, my man died again. But having AG as that experienced play caller on the sideline, I think they got a game plan, bro. And it's not going to be like the Commanders fans think it'll be.
Hey, you know what? Let's hear from our friends at Feldman. We'll open up a Feldman mailbag right now and let the conversation be driven even more by our wonderful chat family. So get those Feldman mailbag questions in to the chat right now while Chase completes this lap. And we'll wrap up for today, man. It's been a great day as well. It's been a great day. The chat family's on. When I see the likes are going up.
It's been a great week.
It's been a great week.
It's been a victory week.
It has, man. It has. And you guys have really supported us this week. It's been awesome. I know with KG up here on the desk has been awesome. They definitely throw the likes on there just to support him. KG's held it down the last couple of weeks, and you definitely deserve your shot at something on one of these desks, man.
Hey, you might be for real, because I got to hop on the desk for E&E yesterday with Braylon and Maz still being in the building. So, yeah, right? Things changing around here for me. Now I'm talking shit. But, hey, man, listen, Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer with 18 locations. There is a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the nearest location to you. And since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. Catch Woodward Sports live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi this Monday for the Victory Show, baby. I am ready to go. It is Feldman Chevrolet.
All right, let's rock. Skydog722, Wake Up Woodward Feldman mailbag segment. He said if they get 200 yards, that means their play action will work to the point. Golf gets at least 275 yards. I think that's
a fact, bro. That's a fact.
Shane Daniel, mailbag. Welcome back, Kabasi. Shout out to you guys for reaching the goal. Shout out to Chase for putting his body on the line for the WUW Crew. We all, this is what it's about, man. It's dedication.
Yeah.
It is dedication. But Shane Daniel, which under-the-radar player from the Lions will become a household name after these playoffs?
That is a great question. Al-Qaeden Muhammad is my pick. He is somebody who has absolutely contributed to this Lions defensive line. He's went out there and got sacks, TFLs. I think he even had a pass defense, a couple weeks back. So shout out to number 69, Al-Qaeden Muhammad, man.
Hey, I think one Hemi Patrick is going to show up.
Ooh, that's a great one.
I really
do. I love me some Tim Patrick. I do.
You were Johnny on the spot first to that one. What about you guys, man? Anybody you think is going to make a name for themselves? We can call him the Spike Albrecht of the Detroit Lions.
Right.
Shout out to Gold Blue Legend.
I liked AQM. That was a good pick by KG. Yeah.
Yep.
JB Smooth?
I gotta agree as well too. He's that's sneaky good, man.
Does Jamo burst onto the scene in these playoffs in a way though that's just absolutely next level? Is he one of those candidates? Because I don't know if people believe in him the way that we believe in him.
Well, last playoffs, you really didn't get a full taste of Jamo. You saw him a little bit, but it really cultivated in that NFC Championship game. I don't think the league is ready for Jamo in this playoffs. Bro.
I think this playoffs, we're going to go from, Jamo's going to go from being talked about along the likes of Jordan Addison and start being compared to guys like Justin Jefferson.
Ooh,
okay.
I like that.
I like that. Man, let's go. Freddie Felt 313. Shout out to our brother Freddie Felt, man.
Yeah,
Thank
big
you for
shout
supporting
out,
us
my
always.
dog.
He said, dang, all of the respect talk. Nobody respected us for the past 60 years. To quote, oh, dog, I'm smoking everyone. IDGAF, who it is. 1 pride.
Thank you.
J2 Element, Mailbag, over under both teams combined for 55 points. Well, I mean, the Lions are going for at least 35.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if the Commanders can get that.
Can they get
like
20?
I said, you don't want to get into a shootout with the best offense in football. So
what would that be? They
do it
gotta
at
get
your
to
own
20
risk.
points. I can see this being one of them like 32-17, 31-17 type games.
Yeah, yeah.
I really do. What about you guys? You see this going over? I know if it has anything to do with what you're going to reveal tomorrow, JB.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got to save our score predictions.
Yeah, I saw the score prediction one too, but over, what you think?
I think like what KG said, I think we can score enough, but I don't know if the Commanders can. If we score 35, if they can put up 20.
Yeah.
I think if we score 42, maybe they could get 14. But
our defense ain't that bad, and that's what the national narrative don't realize. Our defense ain't that bad. So
I mean, I'm predicting a 40 burger for us, but I don't know about the Commanders. I don't think they can get to 35, 40, hell at that. So,
man, I'm just looking at here. Amik from the Dirt Robertson rules. Man, they needed that Vikings game more than ever. And we're going to break it down a lot more tomorrow. I know we got to break this thing down today. I wish we could have this show go for 3 or 4 hours, especially right now, man.
Yeah, we cooking.
With everything that's going on. And with how awesome the chat family has been, I asked them, can we get to a certain light goal? They got there. Shout out to you guys. We asked them to do a super chat goal. They got there. And I'm telling you guys, I don't think you understand how much these likes and these super chat goals and things directly help us here.
No,
I'm telling you, there's so many different metrics that we utilize to say, you know what, our show is something that the people are vibing with, and these things go a long way. Likes, they're free to give, and so if you can, I'm telling you, it goes so far. And in the super chats, that's what we're going to continue to try and incentivize. Friday's show, I'm going to do a giveaway on the show, since people all week have been just helping and being active. So shout out to you guys, man. We'll break this thing down right now.
Let's do it.
We'll break this down right now. Shout out. I see you, Shaquille Oatmeal. Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. Good people.
Yeah,
in
we
this
appreciate that for real, man.
Good people in this chat. But let's get this chess pass going and break it down. Look at that music, Mr. Chase. Hey. That's that I'm running up on
shout
you.
out to Eric Allen too, man.
Hey,
What did
run
he
it down,
say?
Woodward.
I'm not gonna say
Run it
it.
down, Woodward. What they talking about? Run it down, Woodward. Chase running down, Woodward. What they talking about? What they talking about?
Hey, thank you guys for choosing to kick off your day with Wake Up Woodward. It's the WUW Crew, man. That includes y'all too. It's the most important part of this chat family. Thank you guys for the support. Shout out to our brother Matthew Broder. Shout out to our brother that dude Justin and Flannel Sam Reynolds. We miss you, bro. Can't wait to have you back in the building.
Yeah, I saw Real K77 asking about him. He should be back with us Monday.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned. You getting your boy Sam back, live and in living color.
Let's
With
go.
a Jamo jersey.
That would be dope if it was a victory day.
Yeah.
Hey, this Elite Booth. Shout out to Cavassier Chase, Chase GPT, Spicy Chase, and Chasing the Money. I like that one. I like that one a lot. What up, though, Chase? Great job in the sound booth, running around the block, and all that.
hey, what up, though?
Got the flag hot.
Thanks for tapping in, guys. I'll think of something new tomorrow. I don't like peanut butter. Maybe I'll eat a Reese's cup or something. I don't want to run again right now.
You putting peanut butter on your junk? What?
But,
extra for that. Wait a minute.
shout out my dad. Love you. Shout out the guys at Seymour Ford. Shout out everybody in the chat. And stay tapped in. You guys know where to be throughout the rest of the day. And hope you guys have a good one. Stay tapped in.
All right. Bye, Tabitha. See you, Tabitha. Bye, Tabitha.
Man. Hey, no, I started standing up, man. My man in the chat, like either KG super short or
No,
Terrell
hey,
Lamar
hold on, dog. Hold on, real quick. Terrell
I am
Lamar,
6'2",
hey, yeah, bro. I'm 6 foot, bro. Don't disrespect me like that. Look, I'm 6 foot unofficially, bro. So we gonna keep it. We gonna keep it at that.
Women's Sports MVP in the TD booth. That's JB Smooth. What up, though, bro?
Hey, yo, shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Chase for putting his body on the line twice. Dying twice out there in the cold. Sorry about that, bro. But, hey, this has been a good show. I'll have some fire what's trending for you guys tomorrow. And then we'll preview, our game for Saturday as well. To get everybody hyped. Hey, stay on this winning streak tonight, Pistons.
Yep. And just before we break this down, about to say what up, though, to KG. But put some love in the chat for KG. Put some love
Stop
in the chat
it, bro.
for KG.
Don't fill my
He's
head
held
up
it down
anymore.
For the last couple weeks.
KG, we need Bar King
We hope
back
there's
again.
more.
Y'all
You
don't want
people
that
get to
smoke.
help
That's the
that.
problem.
It's you and
Put some
Chase.
love in the
You and
chat for
Chase.
Woo. Put some love in the chat for KG, man. It's you did a great job this week. I will
Thank
take
you,
a little
bro.
bit more overtime. No, we got 10:15 to be out of here. We got 3 minutes.
Yeah, we do.
He's the man that's what's going to get me out of here.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to. We got to record what we're ringside, but
KG,
of course.
Detroit's #1 draft pick, Black Hollywood. Rookie of the Year, going for MVP, and now deserves a death spot. What up,
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that, man. All the support y'all done gave me these last 2 weeks, bro. It means a lot to me. Of course, my team, I can't do it without y'all. I love y'all being here, helping me just be better, man, and I want to help the team. So let's keep this shit rolling, man. Let's go.
Let's go. It's your boy Brandon, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Pistons reporter and writer for the network, lover of all things Detroit. Hey, love all things Pure Michigan, and I love the chat family as well.
Yes, sir.
JB, keep
Terrell,
cooking.
I see you.
Keep cooking. I love this stuff. Go Lions, go Pistons, go Wings, go Tigers, go Detroit, go chat family. Thank you guys. It's been Wake Up Woodward. Have a blessed day, y'all.